for the love of God, please tell me that all of you have seen the video now of the alien that was captured on the Ring camera in California. Now, if you haven't seen this video, it's the clearest video we've gotten so far of an extraterrestrial just wandering around on Earth. Now, this video has actually gotten so much traction that it's made it to mainstream news. Now, sometimes I don't believe the things mainstream news puts out there because, come on, it's mainstream news. They're meant to deceive you and point you in the direction that your government wants you to go in. But this video is quite amazing. Now, if you haven't seen it, I'm going to show it to you. But a Ring camera, a lady in California caught this on her Ring camera at 1 a.m. You can listen to the interaction back and forth with her and her child. I'm going to show you the video, but tell me what you think of this because this is pretty cool.
I'm literally going crazy, like I'm losing my mind. And I took the phone to my son, so I was like, can you check this for me? I was like, am I seeing things or is this? And he's like, Mom, it's an alien.
In that interview, she says then her son was like, it's an alien, call the cops. She's like, I'm not going to call the cops. They'll think I'm crazy. But this was captured on film. Now check this angle. What do you think? Is this the first time you've seen this video? Because I will tell you this, more and more stuff is going to start showing up. And we tried to tell you.
Odreagujte швидко, запізатієт.
Суддя незвичайний гляд стане не загрожуючим.
Ще спеціальний?
Країня. Gelesen, das ist
Lambo,
Mammischütter.
a Frau, che c'è speciali? Che speciali?
What the fuck is that? It's gone.
Why were they gathering eggs and this? And they told me they were making a hybrid race.
And for what job?
They didn't want. I wanted to know for what, but they never gave an inkling of what it was for, of what this hybrid race would be doing, where it would be, or what. My grandfather died in 1940. So this was in the 1930s when these things were happening with them. She said they would be sitting on the side porch at night and they would see lights over the oil wells, and a lot of times they would see what they thought were little children dressed in white running around the oil wells. And on several times they saw it in the daytime. They would see these little children dressed in white. And once or twice they got up to go see if they could catch the little children and find out who they were, and they would start out, but by the time they would get there, the children would be gone. The main concept was creating a hybrid breed. At least that's what they told me, that they were trying to create a race of people that could live in our atmosphere and in their atmosphere. And they had not yet produced that person. Now, on another occasion, I remembered being shown a baby that really favored my grandson a lot. If you would, give it the slant eyes, they weren't as big as their eyes, but it looked human. And I knew that this was my child. And I wanted to take that child with me, but they said that it would not be able to live in this atmosphere. Well, I know that it was physical, because if I did not get out of that car, where did I get all that dirt that was up to here on me? If I just stepped out of the car and looked up, because we were on pavement. So it's no way that I could have got that much dirt on me just standing outside a car on the street looking. And that's the first thing that let me know that it was real. And beside this knot, which might be, you know, you could say that it could be anything. The bruises are real. Nobody is beating me up in my sleep, because if anybody hit me that hard, I would wake up. And the places where I have the bruises, I couldn't give them to myself. And like I said, if I bumped into something that hard, I would certainly remember it. So it's real to me. It's not really a frightening experience. It's just, it happens, and it doesn't leave you frightened. I think the thing that frightened me the most was that I was not consciously aware of what had happened, and I did not know what to put these ships with. I didn't have anything concrete to say, well, they're coming to do this or that. I just had the frightening feeling. And after I found out what had happened, I was at peace with what had happened, knowing that there's nothing that I can do about it, because I cannot stop them. Nobody can stop them from doing what they want to do. Nobody on this earth, because they are too far advanced mentally and technologically for, we don't have a defense at all.
Like they do magic.
Yeah, they could come in today and take over if that was their desire. But like I said, I don't feel that it's their desire to take over through violence, and they don't care about governments. See, government control is not their thing. They want bodies, and they want minds that are going to do what they want the minds to do, but they need the bodies to do whatever it is with. And that's where we come in. Ask them.
Tipo, es que debe ser un metal grande o un espejo, no sé por qué.
No, claro, porque se dio filete en negra.
Porque para que rebote de esa forma, claro, ¿cachai? Eso no es una linterna, ya cachamos que no es una linterna. Es el rebote. ¿Cachai? Yo alumbro para allá.
In 2020, a TikTok user from Southern California was at home when she noticed something hovering just above the mountain ridge behind her house. And what she captured left her absolutely convinced of what she was seeing.
So we're in my backyard, and my backyard faces mountains, and we're just giving my son like a little swim because it's hot today. And there's just a UFO on our mountain. Tell me, like, girl, what? That's just floating. Mr. Alien! You guys see that? There's no tree up there.
Alien?
There are aliens.
So what is up?
In Southern California, and they're on my mountain.
It's a whole UFO.
What is that, though?
What makes this footage stand out is that it was a completely accidental encounter, with the person behind the camera providing her own explanation in real time. And that raw, unscripted reaction is hard to fake. This woman never expected to look out toward the hills behind her house and see something like this. The mountain was bare, no trees, no structures, just open terrain. And yet, right there above the ridge, a saucer-shaped object appeared to be hovering in midair. Not landed, not moving, just sitting there. The fact that it was clearly visible from that distance tells you something important. Whatever this object was, It was big.
A video taking social media by storm claims to capture a family's eerie encounter right outside their home. According to the report, a young boy ran inside in a major state of shock, terrified after claiming he saw tiny, fast-moving creatures darting across the yard. Frightened by his reaction, his parents immediately stepped outside to investigate. While they initially found nothing, reviewing the home's security footage revealed mysterious, high-speed masses moving through the area, leaving the family completely unsettled. Surprisingly, the detailed security camera angle and the family's genuine confusion led thousands of viewers to speculate about unknown creatures or bizarre shadow phenomena. What do you think? Is this real or fake? Let me know in the comments below.
What scared you?
The noise.
What noise?
The noise that we heard in the air. I saw little objects hovering. It was quite big actually, and then there was little ones all around it. We saw something silver, and then we quickly ran to the logs, and we saw a silver thing, and we saw a man standing next to it.
Did you see the eyes? What did they look like?
They were going like that. The eyes looked evil. It looked evil because it was just staring at me.
They came running up here in such a panic. And I mean, even if we had staged it, they could not have run all together like that.
All of a sudden, it was just like imaging going through my head of a message, a communication. I describe it as like a telepathic communication. There was no talking.
I remember being very captivated by the eyes, and in that moment, however long it was, because I have no idea of the time frame, it was mesmerizing. It was absolutely captivating.
As soon as I saw it, I knew that this was something from another planet or something from out of this worldly space.
People need to know there is something else out there.
Dan. I can't believe it! Can it's an orb! It's an orb. Look, it's been following us, man, while we've been fishing. There it is, right there, right there, right there. It's crazy. It's weird, man. Look at that thing, man. It's just like hovering, not even moving. Except every now and then it moves. Like when we get close to it, like it's going to leave. But I think it's like checking us out.
What's it doing?
I don't know, man, Dan.
That's
What do you
kind of
think,
scaring
Dan?
me.
It's kind of scaring you? Just look at that thing again. There it is. It's just hovering, dude. What a trip.
I never thought they were real.
Wow. Out here at Whiskey Town Lake.
My brother tried to record. Everything turned off.
A loud explosion. That's when
there was a lot of
everybody run. All you seen was a bunch of little 14-year-old, like 15-year-old kids.
Out of here, bro. Everything turned off. Everything turned
You get a
off.
Foot Locker or whatever. Next thing you know, you start hearing all this commotion outside. Sound like firecrackers or something. So, you know what I'm saying? I grab her close. I'm like, yo, we about to get up out of here because I originally thought that they were shooting. Next thing I know, it's like crazy. Like we just see all these people running, like old people even move. I'm talking about moving. Next thing you know, real like gunshots start going off. So you know what I'm saying? Like we trying to follow the crowd, get out of there. I look back, no cap, yo. No cap. I look back. It looked like a big ass shadow, but it was solid at the same time, like a few shadows, but they were solid at the same time. And it almost looked like they was coming our direction, like they was chasing us, but they was disappearing and reappearing closer. So I'm like, yo, what? So we start really moving. Next thing you know, we start hearing more gunshots. Like these dudes start firing at this. Get outside, mad police, all that. You know what I'm saying? The police is like trying to get all the people that ran out the mall. They like trying to detain these people. They lying, yo. It was all them officers and all that. They was not there because of kids fighting. It was really some like movie going on.
Fitz. I was there at the Bayside Mall with my family, and we all saw exactly what happened. Don't pay attention to a lot of the videos that are out there. I feel like a lot of people are trying to use this for clout. But what happened, we all saw what happened, and it's pretty serious. It's been a few days, and our whole family's processing it, but I think we've kind of accepted that we were a part of this weird, experience and moment. So basically what happened was I was there with my brother Brian, and my sister and my nephew. We were looking for shoes, for my nephew. And then we see a whole crowd of people outside the store, just running out in a direction. So, as soon as we saw it, we were like, oh shit, what's going on? So we immediately ran out with our nephew and, we picked him up and we ran out and we followed the crowd. And then about a few seconds later, as soon as we started running, my nephew, he's autistic. So he was pointing behind us and he was saying blankie, which he'll usually say whenever he feels unsafe or scared. And he was pointing behind us. So me and my brother, we look behind us and then we see these 3 9-10 foot tall creatures. I'm not going to say aliens. Everyone keeps saying it's aliens. I'm not saying aliens because I don't know what it was. None of us really knew everyone. All of us stopped in our track. A whole bunch of people were pointing at it. There were other people running. There was a crowd. As soon as it made itself more apparent, it looked like it was glitching, not like a computer pixelation, but like a wavy glitch. And whatever maybe was covering them had, unveiled or whatever. It looked like a glitch, man. It like a weird glitch in the Matrix or whatever. And then you could see it in its full form, all 3 of them. And then, they were all black. You saw eyes, and you could faintly see like lips. But, I was about 20 feet away. Because obviously everybody gave it distance, right? And, they're tall. So we all just looked at them. They were just standing there. And the thing that was a little bit weird, well, it was clearly observing us. It was sentient, right? Or whatever. I don't know, but, it was aware of us. It looked at us, the whole crowd, And then as soon as it started walking with its big legs, like kind of like it started like almost glitching again, we all ran. My brother like immediately said, yo, let's go. He grabbed me by the shoulder. We bolted out of there. And for anyone that's like saying, you know, where's the footage? Where's the footage? Yeah, I know. I don't have any footage, and I'll explain why. Cause like when I saw it, I was in complete fear. It was something that I completely froze, man. I don't care if I sound like a bitch about it. Like, I froze. And I don't care who you are. I feel like when you're seeing something paranormal, it's different than when you're seeing a fight. Yeah, you'll probably want to record that and put it on WorldStar or whatever. When you see something paranormal, that's different. Because your reality, you can't comprehend what you're seeing. A fight, you kind of get it. Two people are fighting. You can comprehend that. Something like this, none of us could comprehend. Your first instinct is like, it ain't to like take out your phone and start recording. Your first instinct is like, I've never seen this before. What is this? Is it going to hurt me or my family? That was my first number one priority. So if you don't believe me, I get it. You know, it's fine. Like, it is silly. I'm sure that someone had footage from that night.
This video is absolutely incredible. Watch it multiple times, however many times you need to. Slow it down, pause it. And I have to tell you, I don't think this is AI. The footage comes from a couple of friends who were investigating initially what appeared to be lights in the sky, landed in a little desert area. So they went to investigate. And what they found, at first, they believed to be a gray alien. But as they were getting close to potentially grab it, something stands up, something taller. And this is where I don't believe this is AI. This may be some of the best footage ever captured of potential alien contact. Take a look at this, comment below, tell me what you think.
No hagan ruido, no hagan ruido, no hagan ruido. ¿Escuchas cómo lo hace? No hagan ruido, no hagan ruido. Escucha. No hagan ruido, no hagan ruido. ¡Ey, morro! Es uno de esos macetones. Es un macetón. Es un macetón. Hay que agarrarlo, güey. Es uno chiquito, güey. Es uno chiquito. Míralo. Miren, amigos. Mira, güey, sí lo estás agarrando, mames. Sí. Se está moviendo. Sí. Vente. No mames, güey. Mira, güey. No mames. Amigos, ¿cómo le hablamos a estos güeyes? No mames, ¿qué hacen? Ay, joder, su puta madre. No mames, vete a la verga, güey. ¿Qué es esa mamá? Esa mamá está más grande. ¿Qué es esa mamá? Está más grande. Se está moviendo. Sácate a la verga. Mira. Ahí viene, pa. Estos güeyes. No mames, ¿qué hacen? Ay, joder, su puta madre. No mames, vete a la verga, güey. ¿Qué es esa mamá? Esa mamá está más grande. ¿Qué es esa mamá? Está más grande. Se está moviendo. Sácate a la verga.
And take a video and look at whether or not there is an artificial artifact added to it or not. And in this case, we can definitively say, to a degree of scientific certainty, that this entity, this thing in the video, is there in the physical reality in which the Kenmore family is also there. Like, this is so critical because you can clearly see through the slots in the fence that there is a leg motion moving from the right to the left side of the screen. And clearly it is behind there. So this isn't just like a head floating in space. This is a head of that is somehow that does not have full opacity, that the opacity of the head of the shadow is only at about 33% opacity versus a normal shadow, which would be at 100% opacity, or an object in the screen, which is at 100%. And this isn't anything that you did. It's just what you were able to determine, that this shadow being, or this being in the shadows, possibly creating its own shadow or smoky filter or cloaking technique, is not only cloaking itself from the people there, but cloaking itself from the camera itself, in that it's minimizing our ability to identify pixels inside of that shadow.
Country, and well, you just tell me what you saw.
Well, it was one ordinary day. I was waiting for my husband to come home from work, and my two sons went to Seifert to school, and I was getting changed, and I heard this terrific noise. It was just like a giant cauldron of water being poured onto a fire, a shh sort of noise, you know. And my first reaction was, oh, the children. I thought maybe a plane was crashing or something like that. And I slipped my jumper on and went outside to find my two sons lying flat on the ground in a garden in front of the house, shouting, "Mummy, Mummy, there's a flying saucer." Well, naturally, I just said, "Come on, don't be stupid. Come in the house." But felt sort of a strange sensation. Wended my way up the side of the house to where we had a pump, where we used to get all our water from, and automatically looked up to see this, all I can describe, this huge Mexican hat. It was stationary, this thing, and it was bright silver in colour, and it had a dome. It was tilted to sort of, I could see the occupants in it.
You saw people in it?
I saw people in it. There were two people in there. These people were beautiful people. That's the only way I can describe them. They had long golden hair, like a page boy bob, just like the old kings. You used to see photographs of the old kings. And the colour of their hair was golden. Now, I was really...
What were they dressed in?
They had a sort of a pole-neck jumper affair, like a ski top suit, in pale blue. Now, these people weren't sat behind, one behind the other. They were sat together, but this, whatever it was tilted so that I could see them and they could see me.
Were you looking at them through windows, through portholes? Or
no, not portholes. It was just sort of like a cockpit, I suppose, that had this perspex or glass or whatever it was. They could see me anyway, and I could see them. And they had beautiful faces. I shall never forget their faces as long as I live. Their foreheads seemed to be a bit larger than, you know, the bottom of their faces as normal people you would expect to see. But maybe this was just whatever they had around their heads, which was like a transparent fishbowl. And they just looked, and I was absolutely paralytic with fear. I couldn't move, although my mind was ticking over. And they looked so sympathetic that I was just mesmerized for what seemed to be, ages, but it could have only been seconds. And I turned to sort of look down at the boys, was unaware that they were with me because I was so absorbed. And the next thing, I looked up and it was gone.
How low had it been?
It had been the height, I couldn't tell you. But the house that you've seen, it was just on top of the roof. It was hovering on top of the roof.
How big was it compared with the size of the house?
It swallowed the whole circumference of the roof. I couldn't see. The roof was completely blotted out. The chimneys I couldn't see. All I could see was this massive object that I described as like a Mexican hat without the bottoms.
And then it flew away sideways or upwards?
No, I didn't see. I just looked up and it had gone. But I assume it went straight up, because for a short while after in the sky I looked around and I said to my two boys, where, can you see anything? Can you see anything? And they said, there it is, Mum, and they pointed up, and I watched it. It was just like a little cotton reel in the sky, and it circled us 3 times. It went round 3 times, and then it just shut off, and that was it. When I started to analyse myself afterwards, I feared that I might have had an hallucination, but then I knew I hadn't had, because my sons were so sure about what they'd seen and what I'd seen. And it went through my mind that it was a secret weapon from Russia, and then I thought, well, it can't be that, because if they had something like that, they wouldn't need to fear anybody or anything.
Were you scared by it? Did you run indoors?
Oh, I was petrified. I couldn't move. I couldn't move a muscle. I was paralyzed with fear. But now I wouldn't be. Because now, when I look back, you know, I think, what an amazing thing to have happened, and for me to have seen it.
And when your husband came home, where were you?
Well, when my husband came home from the office, I was locked in the house with my children, under a big kitchen table that we were using.
Under the table?
Under the table, yes. It's funny now when I look back, you know, it sounds absolutely ridiculous, but this is the truth. This happened. And that's it. We were ridiculed. It was very embarrassing at the time, and people, they possibly thought, oh, she's a nutter. But, you know, who cares? This is something that's happened to me, and I'm a practically minded person, and that's it.
As if things ain't fucked up enough, look at this motherfucker right here. Look at him in Peru. They got him on camera.
Yo, what the actual fuck?
That there is an alien.
It's the 76 signing out.
Quit shining the light at me.
I'm sorry, but turn around.
Really? You want to play this game today? Alright, come here. I'm done with this.